a new way to design and make quilts. This quilting method is called modern quilting. These quilts are not like the quilts our grandmothers used to make. Joining me now, we have Judy Anderson and Sue Bainter. They're from the Floyd Quilt Guild. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Now, just in case people are unaware, explain a little bit about what makes a quilt a quilt.
Okay, this is what a quilt looks like. It is 3 layers. You have the bottom layer, the batting layer, and the top layer. And it doesn't really become a quilt until you stitch the layers together.
Okay.
And so then this is what quilting actually looks like on the 3 layers stitched together.
Yes, and I told you before the show started, my grandfather is a quilter, and he did everything on the big loom, I guess is what it was called, and it was all by hand, and that's traditional quilting, right?
Right. We still, some people still do the hand quilting, but most of the quilting is done on a machine or a large machine.
So how does that work?
Well, I did mine on a domestic machine. This is a king-size quilt, and I worked on just sections with my machine.
Yes.
It's like drawing with your needle.
And it really is an art form. I mean, if people are unfamiliar with quilts, you go to one of these quilting shows, and it is a beautiful art display, really.
Yes.
Right.
And it takes a lot of skill.
Now, this is a traditional quilt. It's made with rows of blocks and columns of blocks, and it has borders. So that's really, most of the traditional quilts look like that. These other quilts that we have displayed are more modern quilts. They're not straight blocks. They might have very exaggerated blocks, like this one is. They have lots of negative space in them compared to the traditional quilt. And the quilting really shines in them because a lot of them are solid colors, and so you can really see the quilting a lot.
So when you refer to a modern quilt, it's not necessarily using machine versus a hand. It's talking about the design.
Yes.
Right. I was confused about that. And so you guys have a competition. Is it a competition coming up?
Or a challenge.
Okay.
Yes.
And talk a little about what the quilters are supposed to do for this challenge.
So the challenge is to make a red, black, and white quilt, or any other color added to those 3 colors, and to make it a modern quilt. So these quilts that are here are all modern quilts. They're using those 3 colors, at least those 3 colors, and then they're quilted most of the time very linearly, or sometimes with the circles like you see.
Well, it's really very, very, very beautiful. And you guys actually have a quilt show coming up.
Yes.
And we're running a little bit out of time, but the quilt show is
May 13th and 14th in Floyd.
So they can go to the Floyd Guild, quiltguild.com, and for more information as to where it's located, the dates, and they'll be able to see a wide variety of all these quilts at the show.
Yes.
All right. Well, they're very beautiful, and I appreciate you guys carrying on this tradition and coming in and talking with us.
Thank you for having us.